Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing MekHQ slash MegaMek. Quick recap from last week. We did do a harass mission. We did some maintenance, we got some parts in. We still have rather a lot of parts still to be ordered, which will then subsequently arrive. The last on the list is this refit kit for the Emperor. So the Emperor is going to be several days before we even get started doing that refit. Speaking of refits, the Rifleman is down to less than 10 days, and Stalker's sitting at about 20 days. Now I believe the Rifleman's already had its roll. The Stalker obviously still has its roll to go. So the Stalker is 20 days off from its roll. Hey, random guy, how's it going? And also, hello, Varank. I did not greet you verbally earlier, but allow me to rectify that now. I'm glad y'all could join me. Just doing a quick recap. Yes, the Stalker is amazing. The Mark II refit is, in my opinion, quite potent. It's a little more than a double heatsink refit, but yeah, that double heatsink refit kit really does work wonders on that Stalker because it just has so many guns. It's glorious. Uh, ordered several parts, and then we have the results from our mission. We did pick up some prisoners, several of whom decided to defect. That will obviously take effect at the end of the contract. We're not going to make them fight against their former compatriots. We've got battle compensation, battle loss compensation for our mechs, nothing too severe. We did salvage a Warhammer, and Petra had spent some XP improving her strategy, so she now has the full tactics strategy. Wait, oh, that's Ruby. That was Petra, has tactics, strategy, and leadership. Which is fitting for a commander, and I'm thinking win more XP and she'll improve her piloting by a point. Just so that, you know, she's less likely to fall down and better able to do melee attacks. What else? We've got Earl Sinclair, who is ready for another point of piloting. If that's what we would like to do with Earl. I am strongly in favor of, oh, we could get gunnery, or we could get piloting. We actually could have gotten piloting some time ago, it appears. So is that going to be piloting or gunnery, random guy? Yes, he does have a purple heart. He was wounded in the course of action that he was participating in, and that was worth an XP. The whatchamacallit, the combat action also gave him a second point of edge. So looking pretty sharp. I'm gonna say gunnery because Atlas, consider it done. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna prioritize piloting next. Because it's an assault, I don't see him running around a lot. I don't know how you decide. Generally, I don't like for piloting to fall too far behind because then your gunnery is less effective when you're prone, and that Atlas is quite the target, so he's probably going to get knocked prone more than once, which might result in multiple purple hearts, except that I don't actually do that. Oh, I forgot he had Terrain Master Forest Ranger. That's something that's going to be important to remember. Let's see, we're not quite there with our Ultra Green Mech Warrior. We do have a couple of veteran Mech Warriors not assigned to any mechs, and a couple of regulars. Ooh, this one's even a 4/4, so that's cool. Oh, they're both 4/4s. That's nice. So once we start trying to incorporate a third lance, we're going to be using some of these more NPC, I guess, characters. Next time piloting, sure, for sure. Sounds good to me. Let's see. I think that's pretty much all the XP I'm concerned about spending at this point. So we've got new entry in the command log. TO&E hasn't changed. We've still got some damage on Mariana Lance because they did deploy on that harass mission. Tonga Lance is still in good shape because they were doing recon and they didn't find anything. They are still deployed, so tomorrow we'll be able to redeploy them because our deployment period is 1 day on this track, and this is our only track. So we'll be able to send them out to do recon, Steiner style, pretty much every day. So I'm thinking probably this hex is going to be next. It's a little risky because there might be enemy forces in that hex, which would immediately prompt a battle. But if there's anything in any of these 3 hexes, we would have time to prepare for that. But I don't think we need time to prepare with Tonga Lance because they're already in fighting shape. And I'm actually really eager to see Lark with his upgraded Hunchback. And Hoser with his upgraded gunnery skill. I really feel like those two can do some damage. The Cronus is also respectable. The Blackjack is no slouch. I'm excited to see Tonga Lance get some combat under their belt. See how that works as a unit. They are considered a heavy lance, but that's, now that we're using StratCon, maybe a little less important than the 8000 BV that the lance is, because StratCon is balanced by BV, not tonnage. So naturally I'm going to have to try to find ways to game that system as much as possible. I did decide that we're going to go ahead and give everyone access to transport bays, even though we are doing an objective raid mission, which is, I believe, affecting our campaign parts availability. I forget where I would go check that specifically. I think it's under... maybe it's... hold on. Just for my own edification. Center leg, that must be for a tripod. Target possible, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't want to tell me there. And frankly, I don't remember how to check on that. The parts availability and what modifiers are affecting it. We do also have Vernita is injured. Actually curious, when is she gonna be back in action? She's got 5 days out of action. This contract actually might even be over by then, depending on how well Tonga Lance does, doing recon and finding these objectives. We do have some repairs we need to knock out. First and foremost, the biggest job is going to be the right arm on this archer. We're going to have to scrap everything that's in that arm, or remove everything that's in the arm and then scrap the arm itself. That was the right arm. That was the right arm. Excuse me. We can salvage a hand actuator on a 5, like that. Medium laser on a 9. How about if we have one of our regulars spend all day on it? How about you? No. I'll have... ooh, who's got second most XP of our regulars? Don't tell me it's... okay, so we've got a 5 there. We've got B with 11. We'll do that and fail. How about you? Can you do it? Yes, you can. All right. Going back into repair mode, going back into all, finding the arm that can't be repaired, scrapping it, and then, oof, might be a little bit before we can build the archer again, since we don't have any right arms, and it's going to be a while before it gets ordered. Just out of curiosity, how far down is a mech right arm 70 times? Yeah, it's going to be a couple days before we even get that ordered. Then it's going to be a couple of days before it arrives at best. In the meantime, I guess we've just got some armor to replace. And we'll have Chris doing all the little jobs. And I'm going to classify that as anything less than an hour. Our green tech obviously is going to be the one doing ammo because that's not worth XP. And also we are pretty low on LRM 20 ammo. Have Lonnie doing the bigger jobs, or at least two of them. And I guess Penny can do this one. Okay, so, oh, there's more on the list that I had missed. These all have extra time listed. Don't think we need that. I don't know why we had that. But that is now, that's still officially a big job, so we'll have Penny do that with 5 minutes left over. We'll have Susan do it, and then Chris on the smaller job. And taking 2 tries. So basically the same as if we had left double time on. Other archers, just armor damage. So again, anything less than an hour is going to Chris. Because I'm really trying to get her to 40 XP, and it's going to be a little while at regardless. Green techs do ammo. Susan, we'll go ahead and try that on a 5 just to save a couple of hours. And we'll try that on a 5 and get it. Orion didn't take any damage at all, just needs some reloading. Atlas did take a whack to the left torso through its rear armor. I kind of don't want to put that on a 5. We'll have Susan start on that. We'll have Chris. Well, that works. We'll do 65 there. We'll have Veronica, who only needs 1 XP. Veronica is actually about to be a veteran mech tech. So, huzzah for veteran techs. And now she still has all of her time and better target numbers. And still steady gaining XP and we don't need to spend 4 times extra time on that. That must have been a holdover from earlier when I didn't have veteran techs. Alright, so the Atlas is almost completely repaired. And the Wolverine also took just barely any damage. Looks like maybe he ate an SRM-6 or something. I don't remember. But all of these 10-minute jobs, we can give those to Lark. And 6s is no big deal. 7s, I mean, it's not that of a big deal to fail those because only a couple points of armor apiece. But that was worth XP. And for a pilot, that's kind of a big deal. We'll have Veronica do that. We'll have Kazuko finish reloading that. Now we've got this Warhammer. And it's in pretty rough shape. It did lose an arm. It almost lost, or it almost lost an arm. It did lose a leg. It's gonna need a PPC, it looks like. So this is gonna be a bit of a project. We'll go ahead and fix what we can today and then advance the next day and do some more recon and some more repairs. I was actually kind of hoping that would fail because 85 divides evenly. Halima. Yeah, I think Halima is our next priority for XP. And it might be time to add some more armor to the list as well. Trapped in the sky. How's it going? Almost missing appendages. You sure it's not a Black Knight? Technically it's only really missing a leg. It just almost lost some other stuff. But yeah, it got the crap kicked out of it. Pretty bad. Literally kicked out of it because it lost its leg to a kick from an Atlas. On a 3, we can, well, yeah, because we're not going to have anything for that green tech to do tomorrow. The rest is just a scratch. Yeah, it's pretty badly scratched up, but we're working on it. We do have plenty of tech time available. 7, that's not great. 5, that's also kind of suboptimal. I mean, we might as well. We have the time to spend. We have the tech power. And we're not worried about a medium laser. Even if we did destroy it, we've got plenty. PPC, I'd rather not destroy. I can just click where I'm trying to click, please, and thank you. All right. And I saw it flash red for just a moment, so that means probably that we don't have any more PPCs in the warehouse. Just double check. Yeah, it would be right in here. So let's go ahead and add, say, 2 of those to the procurement list. And of course, those will be ordered after everything else, so it's going to be a little bit of time. We do have a damaged medium laser here. We could have, I think, Doodles or one of our arrow techs work on that. I could find, there's Doodle. And an upper leg actuator, that is going to have to be a mech tech. I guess we'll give that to the only one that has any XP so far. So we're waiting on veterans to repair the arms, legs, and torso on the Warhammer. That is in progress, and this is waiting on a part. I do believe, hold on, did we assign a tech to that Warhammer? We did not. Assign person, tech. We'll give that to Penny, just because she already has less than her full day of time for repairs. So a bunch of parts have arrived. It looks like, okay, hopefully that right arm will get ordered tomorrow. We failed to fix the left torso on the Atlas. We only needed a 4, but we only rolled a 3. Everything else seems to have gone pretty well. We've got, what, about 8 days left on the Rifleman. Still 20 some odd days before the Stalker gets its roll. Ordered a bunch of parts. Giovanna Alexander earned some XP, but not enough to level. And McKinney also, actually just none of our our administrators have enough to level, so I can just skip past that. Now we should have the option of exploring here. And still nothing. So I guess they're all camped out on the southern edge of the map. First things first, I want a veteran to try and fix that. Thank you. Archer is going to be missing an arm for at least a couple more days. So we could get started on the Warhammer, or we could deploy Marianas Lance with an armless archer. And since I don't actually want to see combat, I'm going to deploy them to a hex that we've already explored. We found an artillery base. We won't be able to engage it until tomorrow because both of our lances are already deployed for today. But yes, that is, I wish I could highlight this. Capture or destroy designated facility at 4,2 on track 0. So 4,2 is this artillery base. Contract objective located, hostile artillery base, recon complete. Alright, so we've got a day's worth of time. We can get started on this Warhammer. Gonna be 2 days for any of them, so I'll do Loney with that. We'll have Susan start on that leg. These are gonna be bigger jobs. I'll have, I guess, Veronica start on 1, and it's still gonna be another 3 days. I guess Penny, even though she's only gonna be working for a couple 100 minutes a day, that would be about 6 days. Alternately, I could have it done in 2.5 days with Chris, but I'm trying to give her all the XP. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. We'll go ahead and advance the day one more time. Maintenance on the long time. Okay, we've got some heads have arrived, some torsos have arrived. We have ordered almost all of the arms that we had set up to be ordered. We're gonna start on the legs now. Oh, Loney destroyed a leg for the Warhammer. And we have no more in transit. Actually, what I should have done, go ahead and order a couple more of those. And also go ahead, since I know that we're going to be using one of those right arms, I'll go ahead and order another one of those. Or perhaps another 2 of those. Because the odds are high that we're going to destroy more of them. Wizard, hey, how's it going? The campaign is going really well. We've already explored this much of the map and we've located one of our primary objectives and we're about to engage it. Meantime, we're just doing some repairs. The archer needs an arm, but we're waiting on parts. The Warhammer is waiting on a leg. And we'll have Susan start on this left torso because she should be able to do that in 2.5 days. Or 2 days from now. Half the day we just spent. Vernita is still gonna have, what, 3 days left on her wound? Yes, 3 days left on that. So that is going to be Tonga Lance engaging the artillery base. And this is going to be fun. Actually, who's in charge of Tonga Lance? That is Jacoby. Who does have 1 tactics and 1 strategy, which means that we've got a reroll on this. Let's see what we're up against. We've got Tonga Lance, which is Stiletto in the Cronus, Tsubasa in the Blackjack, Hoser in the Awesome, and Lark in the Atlas. Versus some machine gun and SRM turrets, some Thumper and Long Tom artillery, and it looks like a good number of tanks and some mechs, not too many. We've got a Dragon, an Ost Scout, which I'm not worried about, a Locust that I'm not worried about, Spider, the Kintaro could be an issue. And that is one of their best pilots. Their best pilots are in the Ost Scout and the AC-2 carrier, where they can do the least good. The Panther might be a threat with that. Oh, and the Griffin is going to be pretty accurate with his PPC as well. So we'll be deploying in a light urban town-ruin on a 30 by 60 map, daylight, clear, calm weather with light fog, which honestly, I think I'd rather do away with the fog so that we can get some clear hits on these lights and knock them out of the match really quickly, is what I'm thinking. So let's go ahead and we'll start this match. We're going to use our 1 reroll to shift the fog to none. We're going to be deploying on a map that looks something like this, which I'm fine with because only one of those turrets is going to have any kind of range. We're deploying at the north. All of the Op4 is deploying in the center. The Drillson pilot has an SPA jumping jack and natural aptitude gunnery. So naturally, we don't allow natural aptitude. Jumping jack is going to be ineffective. So just to check, yeah, that Griffin is going to be the biggest threat, followed by the Kintaro. This Long Tom is also listed as being worth rather a lot of points. Now our objective, specifically, let's see. This facility is defended by an additional force of enemy artillery who have been unable to clear the area. Facility will be destroyed. If all turret buildings are destroyed, the facility will be captured. If we can preserve 75%, which is going to be all of the turrets, because there's only 3 of them. If we can destroy or rout 75% of the opposition, we will destroy or capture the base. That is actually our objective, is 75%. Whether the turrets survive or not will determine whether it's captured or destroyed. Destroy or cripple all of the following forces and units to render the facility inoperative. That's the turret. Leave intact to be able to take control of the facility. I would not mind taking control of the facility because that would mean that we would get artillery reinforcements on our side for the remainder of the contract. So that's the goal, is 75%. That's going to be, I mean, those thumpers are going to be easy prey, I think. The Long Tom is even slower. It's just the Griffin and the Kintaro that we need to watch out for, I think. And before the 3 turrets are heavy LRM 40, 22 PVC turrets. No, 2 of them are machine gun turrets. There's a dual and a quad and an SRM 6 turret. So nothing I'm too worried about. The SRM 6s are going to have a little bit of range and do a little bit of damage, but I'm honestly more worried about the Griffin and the Kintaro because they're going to be mobile, so I won't be able to just, stay out of their reach. We have lost the heck out of initiative. Those are just there to intimidate local children coming to graffiti the walls. Yeah. Machine gun turrets against infantry or against civilians kind of reminds me of that one Aeon Flux short video where they were trying to escape to the other side of the city or whatever. Very dystopian. So this is how we stand. They do have a lot more than us, BV than us though, right? Actually, I'm not sure what their total BV is. Yeah, they've got 10,000 points, plus the artillery is another 3,000 points. Most of these I don't think are going to be too much of a threat. The Drillson is a decent pilot. Not really worried about the AC-2 carrier, Locust, bunch of lights. Should be easy prey. They do technically have about 25% more BV than us, just in the Op4 alone. But with an awesome, with an effective gunnery of 0, I think we're going to be able to pick them off at long range. Still using the default graphical settings from when I downloaded 49.5. So if these graphics are clear enough for everyone, I'll keep using them. If you'd like me to go back to what I normally use, just let me know. But that's going to be the awesome taking this straight shot. So to answer your question, I wouldn't say a lot more. You could always add my Gundam sprites. Is that for terrain or is that for the mechs? I thought that was for the mechs, but I may be wrong. We'll have the Atlas, I think, move down. Oh. Okay, so we'll have the Atlas advance to here and then either split off this way or this way, depending. That's going to take him a couple turns to get there, so we'll have some more info. Okay, we already have a little info. We've got a thumper there and a machine gun turret there. We'll start the Cronus here, where she can jump into these woods immediately. Start launching large laser volleys at this thumper. And Tsubasa, I think, is going to try to make a flanking maneuver down column 2. Try to hit him from over here. I like it. It's a plan, sort of. Thumper will land in 1 turn. So we only know where a handful of them are, which is kind of less than ideal. Oh yeah, we're gonna have some shots on that Panther for sure. What kind of range are we looking at? Also, so that's gonna be long range. So that's gonna be what, 4, 5, 6. He ran. So we're looking at 7 8s. Should land at least a cup, 1 or 2 PPCs on 8. Should be able to get some LRMs on. Also long range, but without the benefit of 0 gunnery effectively. Alright, the Drillson, flanking and turning, needs a 3, gets a 9. Locust, entering rubble, needs a 4, gets a 9. I do think it's kind of funny how all of their best pilots are in the least effective units. So we do have 8s on the Panther, or we can take 7s on the Thumper. Honestly, the Thumper does more damage. It is probably going to be easier to kill. We'll build up 2 heat this turn and see where that gets us. Large laser on an 11, that's probably not going to hit. Oh, at the very edge of extreme range on a 15. Draconis Combine trying out Steiner personnel protocols. Wait, where? Okay, yeah, they are Draconis Combine. I'd forgotten. I was like, because I know that for some reason I was thinking I had red camo, and I was like, I'm not Draconis. But yeah, they are. So that checks out. Ooh, 11's on the Locust. 14's on the Panther. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. It'll be a glancing blow at best. Okay, the Panther misses on an 11. The Awesome missing the Thumper on all 3 7s and the 9. The Cronus missing on an 11. The Atlas missing on an 11. So they aren't taking too many shots at us just yet, but we're not hitting with our shots yet either. So our mercenaries forgot who to shoot. It's like that meme with the guy with the helmet, and he's like, what is it? I know not why, but I must kill. All I know is these are the enemies and they must die. Does it matter that they're Draconis Combine? Not so much. I guess some people just get more into the role-playing aspects of this game. For me, it's more about the strategy. So I apologize if that's the kind of content you're looking for. It's not the kind that I'm suited to provide. We'll go ahead and run the Cronus. That's going to be 8 hexes, so that's going to be long range for most of our stuff. Medium range for the large laser. And it appears that they're coming out of the woodwork, and they're all coming down the right side. So we've got eyes on the Griffin, the Ost Scout with its single medium laser, Spider with 2 medium lasers. 2 more Thumpers have shown themselves, and the Drillson. Tsubasa. Man, I wish you had ER large lasers, but you don't, because we're not quite at that tech level yet. Is that woods? Oh. Locust hasn't moved yet, so that's kind of moot so far. Yeah, I think we're gonna break to the right and try to meet this mass of enemies. That would be a sprint next. It's extreme range on the Thumper. Would be a back shot, but it's not likely to hit. Alright, the Drillson needs a 3 for flanking and turning, rolls a 10. Locust enters more rubble, needs a 4, gets a 9. Artillery has landed. It mostly scatters and does damage to terrain. 1508. Okay, so they were shooting where we were, which is what I usually do. We've got 9s on the Panther. We've got 6s on the Thumper. But first, actually, let's see. Always start with the big gun. In this case, that's an autocannon 20. Excuse me. Yeah, if we can land an 11, even with the narrow profile, that's still 10 points of damage, which I don't think he's equipped to handle. Next biggest guns are the PPCs. Those are going here on 6s, so hopefully we can land more of those than we did last turn. We'll take a single 10 just so that we can start next turn fresh. And then we'll also take the easy shots as well. Forgot backspace doesn't work in this one. We'll take some 8s just so that we don't overheat. $14. That's unfortunate. 14s and 16s. Okay, so Tsubasa is not in a good position for where this battle seems to be taking place. Panther misses. The Locust lands a medium laser to the Atlas's left torso, 27 armor remaining. Misses with his other 2 on 7s. Atlas does land the autocannon 20 on the Locust with a 12. Glancing blow does 10 damage to the center torso, which strips it of armor completely, and then a medium laser glances off the left torso, leaving it with 6 armor. So that is some good shooting, Lark. Sherlock Holmes solved mysteries not for justice, but because he was bored. I mean, so to do you murder people for money because it's interesting? Yeah, I tend not to get caught up in the politics of the situation. I'm just here for the sea bills. Hoser landing 2 of his 3 PPCs on the Thumper, immobilizing it. That's the left side of the front. And man, that thing is stacked for armor. But being immobile, it's going to be a much easier target now. Cronus also landing all 3 of his medium lasers. 2 to the left side, leaving it with 22 armor, and 1 to the front. The Drillson missing on 11s, the Griffin missing on an 11. And that is 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So next turn, that's probably going to be a much easier shot for him. The Locust kicks the Atlas in the right leg and nearly knocks it over. Lark needs a 4 to stay standing, rolls a 5. Everyone's heat is under control. The Panther is up to 1 heat. Everyone else is at 0. We've lost the initiative for this round. And we are starting to pull ahead in the BV race. But it's really too early to call. 1 Thumper was fired. Oh, I wanted this guy. We're going to come to there at a run. That gives us +2 defense plus the woods. Scorpion. Scorpion's like a Vedette, but slower and less well armored. I'm not worried about a Scorpion. Poser. Yeah, next turn we'll be able to run into these woods, I think. Oh, there's a dragon. I didn't remember seeing a dragon. He's a 4-6 pilot. The autocannon 5 and the LRM 10. So not a Grand Dragon, so not a significant threat, but kind of up there. We're gonna keep our distance, hang out in these woods for now, possibly for a while. Alright, Panther has a minimum range issue. We do not. We also have better melee attack. And we're gonna have better movement mods because he jumped for 2, which is a difference of 1. We're gonna walk for 1, which is neutral. Okay, the Oz Scout is still at medium range. Alright. Lark. Not too worried about being evasive. Mainly, I just want the best shot possible. This Drillson looks like an easy target. Except that he's got a movement mod of 4. +1 for walking. It's going to be 9. Not great odds, but against the Drillsons are fast. They can be really hard to hit. So I'll take a 9 and hopefully we can immobilize it. Drillson needs a 3, rolls a 3, so he actually almost skidded. Oh, and the Thumper has landed on Awesome, takes 15 points of damage. 10 to the center torso, 5 to the right arm. There goes the paint job. And it even, that was on a miss. So, oh. Did that hit him in the rear? No? No, it landed behind him, but it damaged his front. So, I guess that is what it is. 13's on the Drillson, so I guess Thumper is actually damaged on the left side already. Yeah. We'll take a couple of 6s. Couple of 6s to the left side. And a couple of 8s as well. Well, 3 of them, because we'll have a better shot next turn. Stiletto, you came over here to put a whipping on that Panther. And just realized I need to rearrange some things over here. Whoa. Not what I was trying to do. So that you guys can see the target numbers. Yeah, that's... Maybe we can put it over here. Stop that. These new windows. I wish there was a way to attach it to the left side. I don't know. I'm trying my best here, folks. Tsubasa should be over here somewhere next turn, so that should work in the long term. So we're gonna take some 6s on this Panther. We will fire all of them. 10, 18. Yeah, we can afford fire the large laser this turn if we give up one of the mediums. Hoser, we're continuing to work on that left side. Well, we could try and knock the Griffin down. That Griffin with the 2-5 pilot, if we can knock him down, that would be a huge help. So we would need to hit with at least 2 of the PPCs, but on 6s, that should be doable. And Lark, 9's on the Drillson, or we've got this Locust over here on 6s. If we could land that autocannon 20 on a Locust and get a solid hit, that would pretty much guarantee he's not getting back up. And we can even take a pot shot at this locust on a 10 for 1 point of heat. Taking a liking to rifles in MechWarrior 5. Do you ever use them in MegaMek? You're talking what kind of rifles? Because I'm not familiar. Is that like level 3 tech? Because I know that there are artillery cannons that are used at shorter range, but I think you're talking about something different, no? I mean, I got my start in 3025 when there was only one kind of autocannon. And I guess I'm kind of prone to living in the past. I don't remember them being in BattleTech. They're like low tech AC. Oh, primitive tech. Yeah, I don't mess around with a lot of primitive tech. Okay. That's from what, like what was it called? The Golden Age TRO? I'm only passingly familiar with that. So the Blackjack lands a hit on the Thumper's left side and a couple hits on its rear. So hopefully those PPCs that we launched after that can penetrate that. Panther landing 3 SRMs on the Cronus to the right torso, center torso, and right arm. Armor's holding strong. Scout misses the Locust, landing 2 mediums and 2 smalls on the Atlas to the right leg, right arm, and left leg. Cronus on the Panther, landing his large laser, her large laser, to the right torso, leaving it with 2 armor. Medium lasers to the right arm and the head. And 3 SRMs to the center torso, left leg, and left arm. So that's 8, 18, 24. So that's going to be a PSR for the Panther. Spider landing 2 medium lasers on the Cronus to the right arm and right torso. Other Locust at the Atlas missing on 8s. The Ost Scout missing on a 7. Alright, Hoser landing 2 of his 3 PPCs on the Griffin to the right torso and left leg, and a large laser to the center torso. The Dragon landing his autocannon 5 on the Cronus's center torso, leaving us with 21 armor there. Alright, and Lark hitting the Locust with the autocannon 20 to the right arm, destroying it, transferring into the right torso, and destroying that. Medium laser to the left arm, 3 SRMs to the left arm, center torso, and center torso, critting the gyro and the engine. The Drillson at the Atlas missing with the large laser, hitting with 2 machine guns to the left arm, and 4 SRMs to the left torso, right leg, left torso, right leg. That's oddly unlikely. The Kintaro landing 3 LRMs on the Cronus's left torso. I'm pretty sure she's going to need a PSR at the end of the round. And the Griffin landing a PPC on the Atlas's right leg, and 6 LRMs to the left arm, going through the armor and critting the hand and the lower arm. The Cronus and the Atlas both succeed their piloting rolls. The Locust with damaged gyro needs an 8, rolls a 5 and falls down, needs an 8 to avoid damage, rolls a 6, needs a 3 to stay conscious. The Panther and the Griffin both stay standing. At least until we kick the Panther, which we're going to do on a 5. Which hits, he takes 11 to the left leg, which does go internal. Locust kicks the Atlas in the left leg, Panther kicks the Cronus in the right leg. Cronus stays standing, Atlas stays standing, Panther stays standing. Alright, the Cronus is at 4 heat because it fired its large laser this turn. The Locust 1E is at 4 heat, the Panther is at 5 heat, and the Griffin is at 4. We've won the initiative for this round. We're at 95% of our BV. They're at around 94. Thumper will land in 0 turns. So that's going to be this round. Hopefully we can be out from under the line of fire before that happens. We will continue to close on this thumper and try to take it out. I think we can ignore the locust. Okay. I want the map to be bigger than this, but this is too off-center for my liking. Hoser is already taking artillery fire where he's at. Do we close? Do we try to knock down the dragon? Do we try to knock down the griffin again? The griffin walked 2 for no evasion. The dragon ran 7 for 3 evasion. So I think the griffin's going to be our target. We're going to walk forward and be minimally evasive. And then I guess next turn we can always back up. Lark, I would like you to try and kick the spider. He's a pain in my butt. Oh, and the locust goes down. That locust is definitely going to go to Lark's credit as soon as I find a pencil or a pen. That works. Stiletto, only person left to move. Jump behind the griffin in front of the Kintaro. Or do we go for this other thumper over here? That's 2 evasion, plus the woods at a run. We're not firing the large laser this turn because we're already running hot. But that gets us close enough to get some medium lasers and SRMs in. AC2 carrier needs a 3 for driving reckless on pavement, gets a 5. Drillson flanking and turning needs a 3, gets a 3. Needs a 3, gets a 10. Needs a 3, gets a 3. Needs a 3, gets a 9. So that Drillson did a lot of flanking and turning. Locust tries to stand and fails, takes 2 to the center torso rear. Needs a 5 to stay conscious. And then falls, takes 2 to the left arm. Needs a 7 to stay conscious. Falls, takes 2 to the center torso, destroyed. So yeah, it was absolutely that gyro hit from Lark. Alright, thumpers. All miss and scatter, doing damage to nothing but terrain. Stiletto. Do we take shots on the thumper? Do we take shots on the Kintaro? Our best shot is on the griffin, but honestly, the difference between a 5 and a 6 is only about 10%. But first, let's start with the autocannon 20. And let's... Nines is not great. Spider has low profile or no? Doesn't want to tell me. Or we've got a 10 on the Panther. Or we could go for this Locust again on a 9. Or the other Locust, I mean. And this is the one with the machine guns. So it's the lesser threat of the 2 Locusts. Maybe we'll get lucky. Because, I mean, the Locust has 1 medium laser and 2 machine guns. That's 9 damage. The Spider... They might end up... Well, we're not going to push, are we? Yeah, we're going to fire on the Spider. Actually, let's do it like that. We're going to fire at the Spider with the autocannon and the SRM. We're going to keep the arms free for punching. We'll fire 2 medium lasers one medium laser at the Locust. The alarm 20 on the Griffin. Will not become the primary target. We already have a primary target. Let me see here. We need a 7 there. And we should still need just 9s here. Yeah, 9s with the autocannon and the SRM6. Alright, I think 3 heat is manageable. I like the way I've got that set up. We'll go ahead and accept that. Next biggest guns is the PPCs. Those are all going at the Griffin on 1s, guaranteed hits, or the Kintaro on 4s. The Griffin is already kind of dinged up. Go ahead and fire 3 of those guaranteed hits, and then try to take out this thumper with these medium lasers. 3 of them at the left side. Not sure how much. It has less than 20 armor left. I can tell you that. 3 heat. I think we can do that. Tsubasa is going to take shots at the Drillson on 9s. Hopefully we can immobilize it. I don't want to go up to 5 heat, so I'm going to keep 1 laser silent. Then Stiletto at Thumper on 6s. Yeah, we're taking a cooldown turn with the Cronus. Or not. We're still at 4 heat. Yeah, because we ran plus 12 is 14, so that's going to be a heat neutral turn. So hopefully we can immobilize him and make him an easy target for next turn. Panther hits the Atlas with the PPC in the right leg, down to 8 armor. That's a little worrying. Ost Scout hits the Atlas with a medium laser to the right arm. Spider hits the Atlas in the right torso with a medium laser. The Locust misses. The Atlas does not. Lands the autocannon 20 on the Spider's right arm, destroying it and transferring into the right torso. Possibly knocking him down. But if he doesn't, we've got our punches ready. The Ost Scout missing, the AC2 carrier landing an AC2 on the right torso of the Atlas. Scorpion missing on 11s. Poser hitting the Griffin with 3 PPCs to the right torso, right arm, and right leg. And then medium lasers to the Thumper, hitting the rear, left side, leaving it with 4 armor on that left side. Dragon tagging the Atlas with an autocannon 5 to the left arm. Thumper firing machine guns at the Cronus on 9s and missing. The Drillson hitting the Blackjack in the center torso with a large laser, down to 11 armor there, and 2 SRMs to the center torso and left arm. Blackjack returns fire at the Drillson, landing one of the large lasers on the left side, immobilizing it, and following it up with a medium to the same side and immobilizing it again. Plus a medium laser to the turret. Kintaro lands a medium laser on the Atlas's left arm, missing with everything else. The Griffin hitting the Atlas in the left arm with a PPC, leaving us with 5 armor. Cronus on the other Thumper, landing 3 medium lasers to the front, and left side, costing it a movement point. But sadly missing with the SRM4, which possibly could have immobilized it or something. Lark took 40 damage this turn. Needs a 6, rolls a 3. Takes 10 falling damage to the left leg and right torso, but does not hurt the pilot. Spider stays standing, the Griffin stays standing. But for how long? Can we punch the Ost Scout? We can punch him on a 7. Wait, why was the Atlas not able to punch? The Atlas was supposed to be able to punch the Spider. Locust kicks the Atlas in the right leg down to 4 armor. The Spider misses his kick. The Ost Scout kicks the Awesome in the left leg down to 26 armor. The Awesome punches the Scout in the arm, critting on his shoulder and hand. Nobody falls down. Cronus is still at 4 heat. Blackjack is up to 2 heat. Awesome is at 3 heat. Kintaro is at 6. Panther is at 6. Griffin is at 7. So they're going to have to cool it or start suffering penalties. We've lost the initiative. We're at 91%. They're at 81%. 3 thumpers landing in 0 turns. Alright, Lark. Oh. Wait. Oh, couldn't punch because you fell? Yeah, because you took 40 damage. That's a duh. Feels silly for not realizing that sooner. And I spent so much time trying to figure out how to leave the arms free for punching. Alright, well, we're going to come up here and we're going to try and kick the thumper in the left side. More importantly, we're just trying to move because I know that their thumpers are going to be targeting the hex where I was prone. Because that's exactly what I would do. This Drillson has taken a significant amount of damage to its left side, which is that side. So, since it's immobile, it's an easy target, so we can jump and still be very likely to hit. Hoser is getting closer than he wants to be, but I kind of want to get into melee with this dragon that hasn't been messed with yet. Go ahead and turn to face him. Stiletto. Crazy talk, I'd be backing up. You did back up, just not very far. I kind of want to get over here and start messing up this Long Tom if we can. Because that Long Tom has the most damage of anything on the field. That makes the Stiletto nice and evasive in the heavy woods and all. Yes, thank you. Atlas needed a 4, got a 6. But I couldn't back you up because they actually kind of had you boxed in. Thumper lands on the Ost Scout for 5 to the right arm, lands on Hoser for 5 to the right leg. 28 armor remaining. So, not in any kind of real danger there. We will take 7s against the Long Tom. We'll go 1, 2, and 3, and that leaves us at 4 heat yet again. Man, I love how balanced the Cronus is. It can jump and keep up its fire. It can run and get out more fire. It's a good mech. I like it. Yeah, we're going for that left side. And we're going for 1 large laser and 1, 2, 3, 4 mediums, and that puts us at 0 heat for the turn. Alright. I'm going to try to land an autocannon 20 on this Kintaro and mess him up a bit. I'm going to be trying to kick the Thumper if I stay standing this turn. Oh, we've got a busted actuator. So that's going to be a 7, 7, a 7. That leaves us, oh, that leaves us heat neutral. That's 9, that's 10, that's an 11. So those are all basically not worth firing. Medium laser's not really worth firing. We could try a couple hits on the dragon, or a hit on the dragon for 3 heat. But Lark is kind of going to be the center of his own little sun there for a minute. The Griffin is the biggest threat, drops the Atlas. The Kintaro is also a threat. There are honestly rather a lot of threats here. But Hoser is concentrating on this Griffin and hopefully will drop it in another turn or two. Do we go for 6s or do we go for 8s? I think I want to go for 8s and take a cooldown turn. Oh, I saw an exclamation point. The Cronus lands a medium laser on the Long Tom's left side, leaving it with 75 armor. 75 armor. Panther hitting the Atlas in the left leg with a PPC. Ostscout missing. Spider landing a medium laser to the center torso rear, leaving us with 9 armor there. Locust missing on 8s and 10s. Blackjack on the Drillson hitting the rear, which is not where I wanted it to be. And left side, which is where I wanted it to be. The Drillson is destroyed. Ostscout at the Atlas hits with a medium laser to the left torso. AC2 carrier missing on 5/8s. So I got a little lucky there. Scorpion missing on 9s. Lark missed the Kintaro on 7s with the autocannon and the medium laser, but did land 3 SRMs to the left torso, right leg, and right leg. The Dragon hits the Atlas in the center torso rear with a medium laser and almost gets a crit. And then the Awesome landing a PPC on the Griffin's right torso, going internal, critting the ammo, causing an explosion and destroying the Griffin completely. That's going to be a big points boost. The Kintaro lands a large laser on the Atlas's head, which does hurt Lark. Needs a 3 to stay conscious. And 2 missiles hit. Oof. To the center torso and head. Lark has now taken 2 points of damage, needs a 5 to stay conscious. Crits on the sensors and the life support. So he's going to have to A, watch his heat or take more damage because of life support. Yeah, 2 head hits. I guess Lark didn't have his edge set up to avoid head hits. And I think I had asked him about that, so I'm guessing that's how he wanted it. But he is currently a machine gun away from being dead. And yeah, an Atlas is always going to be a damage sponge. Sensors is bad. If I'm not mistaken, that's a +2 on all ranged attacks. And no offense, but he wasn't a veteran pilot to begin with. Griffin missing on a 6, Thumper missing on 6s, and the Atlas stays standing. Set him up the bomb. We will start by going for the kick on a 0, which is guaranteed to hit. If we can hit that left side, the Thumper is down and out. If we hit it in the rear, it's also likely to be down and out. And then Hoser. Can we kick the Dragon on a 4? Or we can punch him on a 5 for 8 damage. I think I want to go for the kick just because it forces the PSR. Atlas kicks the Thumper in the left side, destroying it. The Dragon kicks the Atlas in the left leg down to 6 armor there. Spider kicks the Awesome in the left leg down to 20 armor. Awesome kicks the Dragon in the left leg, hits for 16, leaving it with 2 armor, and the Ostscout kicks the Awesome in the right leg for 7. The Awesome got kicked twice, the Atlas got kicked once, the Dragon falls down, takes 5 to the right torso and 1 to the center torso, but does avoid hurting the pilot. Cronus is holding steady at 4 heat, the Awesome is at 2 heat, the Atlas is at 3. The Atlas might need to retire from this battle. The Kintaro is at 6, the Panther is at 7. We've won the initiative, and we're at 88-ish%. They're down to 62% plus artillery. Thumper will land this turn. Hmm. Oh boy. How do I get out of this? So we've still got the Kintaro to contend with, and a bunch of lights, and some tanks. Alternately, we could have Stiletto run in here and just destroy these buildings and trash the base. But I want to leave the base intact. I want to save the Atlas for last, so that I can get him out of there. I want to save the Awesome for next to last, so that means I have to move either Tsubasa or Stiletto. That Long Tom just has so much armor, 75 points on its sides. AC2 carrier is not much of a threat. Maybe we can. Okay, we can twist and shoot the Thumper in the back. We can kick the Scorpion. And we're only turning our back on a couple of autocannon 2s. I think that's. Alright. Hoser would like to back up 3 hexes, but that Ost Scout is in the way. Lark. Six hexes from the Kintaro and through a wood. It's going to be medium range for all of his lasers and SRMs, and within minimum range of his LRM. But yeah, Lark needs to make a fighting withdrawal from this point. One more head hit and he is done for. Random guy, you're back. Took a nap. How are you? Doing fair to middling. Lark took 2 head hits and now has no sensors or life support. Lark is gonna take a Lark. Yeah, I'm really trying not to kill him. I really am. But with all these lights with the medium lasers and machine guns, might be a challenge. Hoser, of course, is going to back up. Keep his distance with those PPCs. Dragon falls down, takes 5 to the arm and 1 to the left leg, and makes his first consciousness check. And then he needs an 8, rolls a 7, takes 6 to the left torso and left leg, and makes his second consciousness check. I was never sure if Lark was a he or she. I just imagined them as an it, like they're purely virtual. Lark is a he, but I mean to do that. Yeah. Okay, so Stiletto is getting teamed up on over here. Lark is getting Nova-sized. Starting with the big guns, like we do. Dragon on an 8. Locust or Spider on 10s. Panther on a 12. Kintaro on an 11. Not great. We'll go for the 8 there. I'm obviously in it because I'm a 92 Geo Metro. Yes, that much is clear. Oh wait, on Twitch I'm a random guy. 11, 10. Yeah, it looks like we're not getting anything better than an 8. We'll take one shot on a 12 just so we're not wasting the heat sinks. Two's on the dragon, but the dragon's prone and not a great pilot. Lost Scout is a better pilot. Or no, he's not. He's a 4-6 as well. Thought one of these guys was a veteran pilot. Sixes on the Panther. That's still 75% or 72% to hit. Versus 91%. Do we trash the Ost Scout? Or the Spider? I think we trash the Spider. We'll go up to 3 heat trashing a Spider. Sounds good. Oh, there's 2 thumpers there. We need 5s on that one. Like 3, 4. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which one we shoot at. Or does it? 3, 5, 5, 6. Yeah, actually we want ID 53. Which I think is that one. We will be firing 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, we'll do 4. Try to immobilize it with those SRMs. Get some good crit seeking in. Got 8s, we've got 10s, 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 12s, 11s. Not that we would shoot at the pilot anyway, but I guess the 8s are the best shot we've got. Eight is 29. Yeah, we'll do 2 larges and 3 mediums. Alright, Thumper lands a machine gun on the Cronus' center torso. Panther hits the Atlas in the left leg with a PPC, critting the upper leg into heat sink. Ost Scout hitting the Atlas in the left arm with a medium laser. Atlas missing everything on 8s and 12s. Spider hitting the Atlas in the right leg, critting his upper leg. Is that the same leg? No, that's both upper leg actuators destroyed, 1 in each leg. The SRM-6 turret needs a 10. Locust hitting the left leg with a medium laser. Alright, awesome. Landing PPCs on the Spider. We hit the left arm, destroying it. We hit the left leg, critting the upper leg. And we hit the center torso, critting the engine twice. That Spider is now going to be overheating. Because it should only have 10 heat sinks. Yeah, and he's building up an extra 10 heat per turn. Ost Scout missing. AC-2 carrier. Also trying to get a crit on the Atlas's leg, but failing. Thumper landing 2 machine guns on the Cronus to the left arm and center torso, and the Cronus immobilizing Thumper number 2 by shooting it in the left side with medium lasers. The SRM-4 not really getting any crits. The Scorpion at the Cronus landing a machine gun to the right leg and 10 SRMs scattering about. Right leg is down to 9 armor, right arm is down to 7. The Dragon landing a medium laser on the Atlas's right arm, leaving it with 16 armor. At least it wasn't the legs. Kintaro missing with everything but 4 LRMs to the right torso on the Atlas. Blackjack hitting the Dragon in the left leg, critting his foot. Cronus stays standing. Atlas falls down, takes 10 to the arms. Going internal on that left arm. Needing an 8 to avoid damage and rolling an 8. Spider needing 2 6s and getting an 8 and a 9. So now we're going to try to kick the other one and see if we can... Or no, we have to kick the Scorpion because that's in our arc. On a 3, sure. Ost Scout kicks the Cronus in the right leg for 7, down to 2 armor. Ost Scout kicks the Atlas in the center torso for 7. Cronus kicks the Scorpion in the front, costing it a movement point, and the Cronus, who was kicked, does not fall down. The Cronus and the Blackjack and the Awesome are all at 3 heat. The Atlas is at 2. Their Oss Scout is at 1. Spider is at 8. And he's not going to go down from there because he's building an extra 10 heat per turn. The Kintaro is at 4 heat, and the Panther is at 7. We've got them down to 58%. They've got us down to 79%. We have lost the initiative this turn. Lark is down to 2 movement points. That is enough to stand at a run. And it's going to be difficult because he's missing actuators. Instead, I really need to cover Lark. They can't keep ganging up on him or he will die. The Cronus is in pretty rough shape as well. Need to get into some cover. Just how bad a shape is he in? That leg is... That leg is down to 2. The arm is down to 7. 7's not bad. 2 is kind of bad. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move there. We can take down this Kintaro. I think he's the biggest threat at this point. Yeah, we'll advance with Hoser. Well, we back up. That puts us at medium range of the dragon. Short range for his LRMs. Doesn't give Lark as much cover as I would like. And by cover, I mean alternate targets for these guys. The Oss Scout obviously can jump forever. The Spider can jump forever. Look can jump forever. So we'll actually see if we can tempt any of them to venture northwards. Or away from the Atlas in any rate. Yeah, we'll try to jack the Spider in the back, or maybe we'll go for the Kintaro. It's barely damaged Kintaro. Oh, this is a high-tech Kintaro. It's got ferrofibrous. And I think double heat sinks. Interesting. Alright, so now the question for Lark is stand or turn? And I think we're going to turn because there's no one adjacent to us, and prone makes us a more difficult target. The dragon needs a 7 to get standing and rolls a 10. Alright, let's... AC2 carrier has much weaker armor than that Long Tom. And honestly is just as much of a threat to Lark. So we will fire that on a 6. And that on an 8, and that puts us at 5 heat. We can't do 3 more, that'd put us at 8, but I can do 5 in a jump capable mech. We'll just take next turn to cool down. Tsubasa came over here to mess with the Spider, shooting him in the back, which is still the plan. We'll do 2 larges and 2 mediums, I think. Oh, he sprinted. That makes him an easier target. Or, alternately, that dragon is probably an easier target. Drink that. On sixes, yeah. We'll maybe do a melee against the spider, but we're going to try to... Oh. No, we need to do both larges. Target-rich environment is correct. Yeah, they do outnumber us some 3 to 1. Mind, I'm trying to click on a dragon. Thank you. Okay, so we need to land both of the larges and one medium to force a PSR on that dragon. Nines or sixes or threes. Which side of this thumper is damaged on the left side and the rear? We can't hit the rear. Building up some heat there, but that's okay. 11's on the dragon. And that is by far our easiest target. To 12 to 13. I mean, why not? It's 4 heat, we can stand it. And we'll cool down next turn by not firing the LRMs. Alright, the Cronus at the AC2 carrier hits it in the left side with a large laser, leaving it with 4 armor. The Panther needs a 7 to hit the Blackjack with a PPC, and does. Hits for 10 to the left arm. Blackjack at the Dragon does hit with both large lasers and a medium laser, so that's going to be a PSR. That's the right arm, the left torso down to 3, and the right torso down to 6. Ost Scout missing. The Awesome at the Thumper hits it in the rear, the right side immobilizing it, and the rear again destroying it. The Locust missing the Blackjack, the Ost Scout missing the Blackjack, the AC2 carrier at the Cronus missing on 10s. The Atlas on the Dragon missing on 11s and 12s, the Scorpion at the Blackjack missing on 12s, the Dragon on 11s and 8s missing the Blackjack. Kintaro hits the Blackjack in the right leg with a large laser, and 4 SRMs to the left arm, right leg, right arm, right torso. The Blackjack falls, needs a 6, gets a 2. Takes 5 to the left torso, does avoid damage. The Dragon kicks the Blackjack in the left arm, destroying it, and transferring into the left torso. The Ost Scout kicks the Blackjack in the left torso, critting on a heat sink. Locust missing his kick, the Ost Scout kicking the Awesome in the right leg for 7, down to 14 armor. Awesome stays standing, Locust stays standing. Our Cronus is at 5 heat, the Blackjack is at 3, Awesome is at 4, Atlas is at 4. So we are running as hot as I like to run. The Spider is at 11 heat, Kintaro is at 5, Panther is at 4. We have absolutely won the initiative. They're down to 57%, we're down to 74%. I mean, Stiletto, you could just stay there and go for that long tom. Gato. I don't want you to be evasive or defensive in some way. The options are limited. All right, can we get the 5? It is a 5, right? Yes, it's a 5. Oh, no. Needs a 5, gets a 3. Takes 5 to the right torso, leaving us with 9 armor. Needs a 5 to avoid damage. Okay, well, that limits our options. And now sprint. or we can run, or we could walk and just stand up. But that's, I think, a good way to get our left torso chewed off. All right. It's not ideal, but it's what we've got. Stiletto. I think we'll continue trying to wail on this AC2 carrier. Hoser, I want you in melee with that dragon. You've just got too much mass to let it go to waste. You can fire your PPCs at something else and still kick. I need reinforcements. Lark, I don't see any reason for you to move at all. We'll take the best possible shot we can on the dragon. Yeah, we saw the blackjack fall. Beam me in, I'll help you. Yeah, Varenk, I know you didn't want to be this close. But I'm really not liking the situation that Lark is in, and Tsubasa can't handle it by himself. So we're gonna go 12 there, that would be 17, that's 3 heat. Yeah, we'll skip the large laser and we'll take a bunch of 4s against the AC2 carrier, and hopefully we kill it before it kills Lark. Tsubasa would like to try to take out this Panther if we could. How badly hurt is he? He's about to lose his left leg. If we can land anything on that left leg, that would be glorious. Hoser has 4s on the Scorpion versus 6s on the Dragon. Oof. Send in Earl. I kind of wish I had sent in reinforcements because, yeah, those extra 5,000 BV that they had of units and artillery was just a bit much to handle. So do we take out the Scorpion, which has 2 SRM 6s on 4s, or do we go for the Dragon on 6s, who's about to lose a leg? Ooh, tough call. I think those SRM 6s are probably... We can kick the Dragon in the leg if we get lucky. If we're not lucky, we'll hit that undamaged right leg, which I think is probably what's going to happen. But no, we can't fire the medium lasers. Actually, I forgot we had a small. Yeah, we'll fire that on a 6 for free. Oof. Lark, things are not looking great for you right now, buddy. I apologize. I tried to get you out of there, but now you've just got no movement points. We've got 9s on the dragon with the autocannon. Alright, that was our cooldown turn for Lark. Alright, the Cronus at the AC2 carrier hits it in the right side, the front, and the right side, costing it all of its movement points, but not immobilizing it. And there is a distinction there. Stripping the right side down to 0 armor and the front down to 3, but not enough to kill it. Panther hitting the Atlas in the left torso with a PPC, down to 3 armor there, 2 SRMs to the center torso and right arm. Lost Scout and hits the Atlas in the right arm with a medium laser, down to 4 armor there. The Locust, getting a through armor crit on the center torso rear of Hoser's Ride, critting the Gyro. The Blackjack missing the Panther on 9s. The Ost Scout. Boy, I tell you, if I weren't streaming this, I would save scum right there. Well, that's not very nice. What did you want me to do? Have him try to stand and be more of a target? I call bull anyways. That Atlas should not have taken 3 hits to the head. If anything, I blame Lark because he didn't want me to spend edge on head hits. Oh, for the center torso crit. It was a through armor crit. Golden BBs happen. It was a machine gun. Do you expect me to be able to avoid all the incoming attacks? You're in a tank. You're gonna take some hits. But I have faith in your piloting skill. I'm not convinced you're going to fall down just yet. This is really unfortunate. I feel like the Silent K should be more like these big streamers that do dances. You want me to dance for you? Is that what you're saying? Like when Lark dies, I want the Silent K to do like the Macarena. I don't even know how to do the Macarena. Dancing is not going to happen. Stop trying to make dancing happen. It's not going to happen. I have no rhythm. I barely have a beat. We did immobilize the Scorpion at least. And the Scorpion launching 2 SRM6s at the Blackjack, critting out some double heat sinks. Critting out a lot of double heat sinks. Silent K would be very tired if he had to dance every time Lark died. Dancing on Lark's grave could be a thing. I'm not going to dance on Lark's grave. Quite the contrary. He is going to be up on the memorial wall, like always. Dragon wasting his fire on an already damaged Atlas, or already out of commission Atlas. Kentaro landing 3 LRMs to the left arm. Atlas, in his final volley, lands the autocannon 20 on the Dragon's center torso, and glances with the SRM6, 3 SRMs, to the right leg, center torso, and left leg. The Awesome does fall down. Takes 5 to the center torso and 3 to the arm, and Hoser hurts himself in the fall. Needs a 3 to stay conscious. The Dragon needs an 8 to stay standing, gets a 9, because dice hate me. Alright, we can kick him on a 3 unless we fall and die. Not bitter, just saying. The Dragon kicks the Awesome in the center torso rear for 12. The Scout kicks the Awesome in the left leg for 7. Locust kicks at the Awesome and misses. Dancing on. Panther kicks at the Blackjack and misses. The Cronus kicks the Mobile Long Tom in the right side for 11. Doesn't even get the crit. Locust and the Panther both stay standing. Cronus is at 3 heat. Blackjack is at 4. Hoser is at 0. The Spider is at 19. Avoids shutting down. Avoids ammo explosion, which is irrelevant. He doesn't have ammo. Kentaro is at 5 heat. Panther is at 8. We've lost the initiative, and we're down to under 60% of our forces. They're down to 53% of theirs, which means that they still have 800 points more than us. So, yeah, losing the Atlas cost us rather a lot. Alright, Hoser, surrounded, damaged gyro, all that good stuff. I guess tries to back up as best he can. Needs a 7, gets the 7. Tsubasa. Back up 1, 2, 4. I don't think I like that. I think I want to sacrifice a little bit of offensive ability for a little bit of defensive ability. We'll be shooting this Kentaro in the back with everything we've got, and possibly going for a kick as well. Hmm. What do we do with let out? I don't want to keep hounding this AC2 carrier. Or jump onto the AC. Well, not quite. How do we not have a shot on the or there? Or I mean, I know it's through the heavy woods and all. Spider flees the battlefield just in time. Awesome needs a 7, gets an 8, so that was a near thing. Thumper misses and scatters. Terrain takes some damage. The Scorpion we want to hit in the rear. We'll try and do that on 6s and an 8. Oof. Subasa's next in line to be the center of his own sun. So we've got 8s on the back of the Kintaro, and we'll take all of those, please and thank you. Hoser will be shooting at the dragon with PPCs and swinging his left fist at the Kintaro when the time comes, if he is able. A large laser on a 3. Oh man, I'm stressed out. The Cronus missing the Scorpion on a 6 and an 8. The Panther missing the Awesome on an 8. Ost Scout hitting the Awesome in the center torso rear with a medium laser down to 0 armor. Locust at the Blackjack hitting a medium laser to the right leg, 5 armor remaining. Ost Scout missing on a 6. Blackjack into the back of the Kintaro, hitting the left arm, the right arm, and missing. So that was less effective than I was hoping it would be. Hoser at the Dragon, 10 to the center torso, leaving it with 14 structure. I'm stressed too. Hey, Macarena. PPC to the right leg, PPC to the left arm. There goes a medium laser, and a large laser to the right arm. Dragon hits the Blackjack in the right leg with the autocannon, and the right torso with the medium laser. Both of those locations are down to 0 armor. And the Kintaro hitting the Awesome in the center torso rear with a medium laser, double critting the engine. Also hitting the left torso rear and the right leg with SRMs. Awesome falls down again, takes 5 to the left arm and 3 to the left leg. Hoser takes his second point of damage. The Dragon also falls down, takes 5 to the left torso rear and 1 to the left arm. And the pilot goes unconscious. Isn't that interesting? We'll be kicking the AC2 carrier on a 5. And I guess we'll try to kick the Kintaro on a 7. What other options do we have? Loads that. I was just trying to move it. Okay, so punching isn't an option. Punching isn't an option because we fired guns from our arms. So yeah, it looks like kicking is the only thing we've got. On a 7, we'll take it. The Cronus kicks the autocannon 2 carrier and destroys it. The Ost Scout kicks at the Blackjack and misses. The Kintaro kicks the Awesome in the center torso for 11, down to 4 armor. How did that happen? I didn't think he'd taken that much to the center torso. The Blackjack kicks the Kintaro in the right leg for 9. The Ost Scout misses. The Panther kicks the Blackjack in the left leg. Blackjack stays standing. Ost Scout stays standing. Kintaro stays standing. Ost Scout falls down, takes 4 to the center torso, leaving him with 8 armor. Awesome is at 12 heat because he gained 50 points this turn. So that's going to be a movement penalty and a targeting penalty. He's going to be a 1-2 next turn. Panther is at 9 heat. Kintaro is at 6. We've won the initiative, but things are not looking great. Come up here and try to finish the Scorpion off. Needs a 7. Let's see if... No, we didn't get it. Ooh, Crodon's 18. Yeah, things are not great right now. The dragon is immobile and prone. 2 Ost scouts harrying the Hoser. Tsubasa harrying this Kintaro. I'm thinking we're gonna make it through this round, and then we're gonna call it a night. I might declare defeat before that happens. We'll see. So we know that Hoser's Ride fell, takes 5 to the left arm and 3 to the center torso, avoided damage. The Ost Scout falls, takes 4 to the left torso, and then the Ost Scout does manage to get up, rolls a 12. So Stiletto came over here to engage the Scorpion, but might end up attacking the Kintaro instead on some 6s. Hopefully we can do some good damage there. And then follow that up with some damage to the rear. And Hoser, 7s there. 10s, 6s. 1s. This Panther. Hopefully pray for dice gods. Yeah. I would really like to leg this Panther if I could. But on 7s, I'm only gonna get 1 or 2 shots on that. 45, that's 7. That's not a targeting penalty at least. Do we do 7 heat? I think we do 7 heat. Panther misses the Cronus. Cronus hits the Kintaro. Left torso, left leg, right torso. Ost Scout hits the Awesome in the right leg, costing us our last point of edge. Locust at the Cronus hits with a machine gun to the left arm. Blackjack at the Kintaro hits the right leg and the right arm, down to 5 and 3 armor respectively. The Ost Scout, medium laser at the Awesome, hits the center torso, going internal and critting the engine. Hoser's Ride is destroyed by engine destruction. Scorpion at the Blackjack, landing 4 SRMs to the left leg, left torso, and left torso, destroying the left torso completely. And then transferring into the center torso, down to 3 armor, right arm and left leg. The Kintaro at the Cronus hits the right torso and the right leg. And the Awesome at the Panther hits the left arm. Not what I was hoping for. Kintaro does make his piloting check and stays standing. Stiletto will, I guess, punch at the Locust on an 8. And missed. The Locust misses his kick and stays standing. Ooh. What do you think, guys? One more round? We're down to the Cronus and the Blackjack. Against an unconscious dragon, a moderately damaged Kintaro, and a lance's worth of light mechs. Two mediums against a medium and 4 lights. Things are not looking great. Yeah, we're down to 25% of our BV. They're down to 42% of theirs. Yeah, this mission went horribly. Defeat? No, defeat. Yes, we will save salvage. No, we did not. But we're keeping those mechs because screw you. Hoser is not MIA. Sadly, Lark for head destruction. Yeah. I don't know if that name is just bad luck or what. That was Lark that got the 1E, right? Yes. So Hoser got 2 kills, Stiletto got 1 kill, Tsubasa got 1 kill, Lark got 2 posthumously. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. We did not force withdrawal of 3/4 of them. We will not be controlling the facility, even though we did preserve all of the turrets. So -1 scenario victory point, +2 scenario victory points, -1. So we did not render the facility inoperative. We did not take control of the facility. And Lark, can we give you cash? I'd rather give you cash than a hunchback. But you did bring the hunchback with you. So I guess, yeah, the hunchback goes to your family. Because you did bring it with you. So I hope they appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and save our campaign here. Oh man, that was... Oh, they're calling that a draw. I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, I'm sorry too. And I'm sorry to Lark. I'm not trying to get him killed. I don't know what it is about his mechs, but they're just... bah. Bad luck. Let's go ahead. We'll assume Hoser to Delphine. And then we'll, I guess, save again. So that's current and up to date. Are you playing next week? Yes, I am expecting to play MegaMek, MekHQ next Thursday. Also playing HBS tomorrow and again next Friday. So. Oh yeah, I was not even thinking about Thanksgiving. No, dang, I forgot. Actually, I have, much as it sucks, I have work on Thanksgiving Day until 4 p.m. And then I'm going to be trying to meet Gemini at her sister's for some festivities. So, no, I will not be playing HBS, or I will not be playing MegaMek next week because it does fall on the holiday. So, thank you for pointing that out and catching me in a lie. But with that, I would like to thank everyone for joining me. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, be part of the community. Link to Discord is in my bio, all that good stuff. Thank you, Varang. Thank you, Random Guy, Wizard, everyone who joined me for the chat. I appreciate it. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. Give us 2 weeks to sulk over our beating. Yeah, that's... oof. We might discuss how to proceed in the Discord after this, but in the meantime, I'd like to wish everyone a good night, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.